Welcome back, beautiful souls. This is Soldier of Light reporting for duty. And I just wanted to pull some cards. I actually been getting a message from Spirit the last day or so. They wanted me to make a video yesterday, but I didn't get around to doing it. So I wanted to take some time today because they won't leave me alone about just whatever information that they may have for us. So I just wanted to tell you guys that thank you for your continued support, watching these videos. Like, share, and subscribe if you would, please. That way, the more of us that have this information out there, the better. That's always been the goal. Also, if you could, I'm going to share some links to my nephew Austin. He's going solo instead of his band. He's going doing more solo work, and I'm going to put his link in the description as well for his YouTube channel. He's going to start posting more of his solo work there. So if you could just check him out. He's very talented. He's God-given ability for him as well. And also, if you haven't already, I know most of you probably are associated, but go to the Light Warrior Network. I'll also put that link in the description as well. That's just Jason and I are kind of building that channel together, which is amazing. And it's been really, really amazing feedback so far from everyone. And we really just thank you guys for all the love, the support, and that the content that we're delivering is resonating with you all. And that's what this goal has always been about, is to try to educate where we can, try to spread the light as much as we are able to, as well as just kind of keep all of you in the game, keep us all in the game, even ourselves, because a lot of times we get beat down, we get defeated a lot, we see a lot of negative things in the world. But these are all just challenges that we are overcoming as individuals on individual battles. I have personal things that I'm going through as well. But our job is to move past those obstacles, and you either can let them tear you down, or you can help you build you up when you have these types of obstacles in your way. And you always come up better on the other end. You always learn something from it. At least hopefully you'll learn something from it. So that's what we want to do, is just kind of spread that light, keep everybody's energy high. For all of you who are listening to these types of videos, there's a reason why you're awake, and there's something that God is going to ask you to do moving forward. So it's imperative for you, all you light workers and warriors, light warriors, to continue to keep your vibration high. So thank you guys once again. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Light Warrior Network. Also check out my nephew's channel. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head what the channel is. It's kind of escaping me at this point. But it'll be in the description, the link to this channel itself. So check him out. He's got an amazing voice, as I mentioned. He's God-given abilities, self-taught. He's written 4 albums, and now he's going the solo route, which is something I feel like he's been called to do. He needs to do it. He's got a very, very beautiful voice. So let's go ahead and get ready to pull some cards. With all the chaos going on in the world as well, things are kind of starting to ramp up a little bit. And a lot of us are seeing these patterns develop. The banks are starting to close people out of their money. And that's what I've been getting the most lately as downloads, is financial stuff. And I feel like this is ramping up. This financial crash of the fiat dollar and things of that nature are kind of ramping up. So that's what I thought, maybe that this message was going to be delivered today. But I'm going to pull some cards real quick and just see what Spirit has for us. Let's say for the next, let's say into by the 5th of June. Okay, so first, second. Now let's go with the second, because today's a Friday. Let's go with the 2nd of June. So that'll be up to next Friday to see if we're going to learn anything new, what's going on. I'm just anxious to see what Spirit has for us. Who knows? It may not be about the financial system. It may be. But I'm kind of anxious to see what we get. So let's go ahead and pull some cards. For the next week, June 1st on the calendar. Can you tell me what the means? Please and thank you for your assistance. Nine of Pentacles. So that tells me with the Nine of Pentacles, it's something to do with money. As I mentioned, I was already getting this download before I even pulled cards, but I just want to see what Spirit was going to kind of direct. So it tells me some type of financial independence for some. I feel like not for all, but I feel like there's eventually going to be financial independence for everyone. I also feel like there's something to do with releasing our chains. I have the Queen of Wands. So it tells me that there may be independence coming. I feel some type of independence. I keep getting independence. So it tells me that there's some type of, with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, the fruits of someone's labor. So it tells me maybe that the work's been going on. Maybe the work that others have done, maybe investing in certain currencies or foreign currencies, things like that. I feel like maybe that's what they're telling me, is that there's going to be some type of reward when it comes to this. And I feel very strongly because I have the Ten of Swords. So it tells me we're going to have a defeat of something. So what I feel very strongly with the pentacles that I have in the first part of this is tells me something money. So it tells me we're going to find out there's been betrayal. People are going to be betrayed from the finances. It tells me maybe locked out of their accounts. Maybe they're going to lose money, retirement accounts. People maybe may not be paid. I feel like there's going to be some type of painful ending coming up soon, and I feel very much so it could be in the financial sector. I have the Hanged Man. So maybe things are going to be released. So what I mean is maybe the currency revaluation, maybe that will be released. I also feel that something's going to be sacrificed with this, and I feel like the Federal Reserve note and the Federal Reserve banks, I feel like that's what's going to be sacrificed in a good way, not like the sacrificial way that the demonic people do. But I mean, it's something is we're going to have to let go of the old system is what I'm getting. So we're going to let go of something with that hanged man. So it tells me that things are going to be different than before. So it tells me evolution, things are kind of growing, things are moving in a different direction is what I'm getting. I have the Six of Swords, so it tells me moving out of troubled water. So it tells me something from the back. So something, the bag of money that's usually like emotional baggage, but I'm saying with this one, it's probably bags of money. I feel like they're going to be worthless more than likely. As far as the fiat dollar and things, I feel like not right away, but this is where it's going. So it tells me we're in the transition phase. So we're going to leave behind the old. I keep getting leave behind the old. So the old system, I feel like, is going to collapse. It's inevitable that it's going to collapse. And defeat. I get getting defeated. So it tells me the cabal is being defeated with this situation. Then I have the Ace of Cups. So it tells me that there's going to be something going to come out. So it tells me maybe prosperity with the Ace of Cups. Something's going to be proposed. So maybe a new system is going to be proposed, something along that line. And I feel like this is done with love, and there's going to be abundance for all. And I feel with the Ace of Cups, it's going to be it's meant to flow. And just like we talk about money flows, right? You go to a bank like the river bank. So I feel like this is something the money is going to flow, but it's going to be different than before. Because I have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups tells me that things are moving in a different direction, departing from something, walking away from something, disappointment. So there's going to be walking away from the old, is what I'm getting. And the Knight of Wands. I feel like the military is involved with this 100%. I have the Knight of Wands also tells me that there's something that's going to happen. The actions that are going to happen. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, it tells me like people have been inspired to do what they've done, and also tells me maybe there's going to be some inspiration that comes from this departing of something old. Because I have the Page of Cups after that, so it tells me a happy surprise is coming. Something's going to be presented. This is very creative in how the military has destroyed the Federal Reserve and the dark. I feel like this is what they're telling me. This has been worked on. I have the three. See, I have the Three of Pentacles, so it tells me building something. This has been worked on. Teamwork. I see many parties involved. At least three major parties involved. And I feel like even more than that. So I feel like this is something they've been working on for some time and kind of building it and building it and building it. And then this is what they've been working for to implement this situation. Because I have the Seven of Swords, so it tells me there's been some deception that's been going on. This is also a strategy that they've been doing because of the sneakiness and the betrayal that's happened with the financial sector. So it tells me this has been we've been betrayed. So it tells me this strategy has been in place from the military to destroy. I have the Knight of Wands, so it tells me the Knight of Wands tells me the nine that we have some type of test of faith coming up. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to have their faith tested, the things they're going to see, but it also tells me we're gearing up for something. So it could be gearing up for something not so great at first, but it's going to move into something beautiful. So maybe a scare event, something like that. I feel like gearing up for something, but we're almost there. It tells me the Nine of Wands, we're almost there. And then I have the Lovers card, so there's going to be harmony after this. So it tells me that there's going to be a union of things. So I feel like a union of not like union of many energies working together, many countries working together as a union. And I feel like that could be BRICS or something along that line. They're telling me there's going to be harmony moving forward from the situation, okay? So it tells me that this is meant to be. Also tells me like this is intervention, divine intervention, and something's going to be presented to us. And I feel like there's two systems with the Lovers card too that are running parallel to each other right now and have been, is what I'm getting. So I have the Queen of Pentacles holding up my reading, so it tells me this is for sure something to do financially. Okay, so it tells me this is something practical that they've been putting into place. So something that it's been step by step by step, and it tells me that that the financial system it's going to crash, but there's something behind it with the Queen of Pentacles that's already in place that I feel that people are going to be able to use very quickly. So I feel like it won't be as traumatic or as long as what some have been saying. I feel like it will. There will be some bumps in the road. And as I mentioned in a previous reading, it could be, quite a few months until things get ironed out with the situation. So that's just how I'm looking at it from that perspective. So because to spirit, there's no time frame like we look at it. So, but the Queen of Pentacles tells me there's going to be something good coming from it, and I feel something very tangible. So, what I'm getting at with you guys is that things are changing. Okay, things are changing as we mentioned, and with the things that are changing, it looks scary. As I mentioned before at the beginning of this video, things look scary. Things look very scary at times, especially for those who are not awake. Things are going to look scary to them. All of a sudden, they're not going to have access to their money. They're not going to be able to do the things they need to do. They may need to go get groceries, whatever the situation is. This is why God has woken you up. And our job, as we've been doing for a few years, and we've been laughed at and called the fool, and when things didn't happen. But it was to prepare mentally for this, putting things out. I've told my family members as well, stock up on some food when you can, stock a little money away, try to buy some silver at least, something tangible. Those are things that I've been saying, and they've kind of looked at me like I had, I don't know, crazy things growing out of my ears. So when it comes down to it, we're ready. This is so our transition is not as difficult for the ones who need to be shaken awake. That's what I feel that this is going to be, but we're going to be there to help those who haven't helped themselves. So that's why I say that keep your energy high, because God has something in store for you. You have a mission here. And when you're called upon for whatever that is, that you'll know when it's time. You'll know inside that this is what you're supposed to do. And that's telling me that you have something. Keep your energy high, because when you call to do your job, you're going to be able to complete it as what God has asked you to do, and you agreed to when you came here at this time. So just want to say thank you, guys. I hope that this message resonated with you. Keep your vibration high. As I mentioned, check out Light Warrior Network. Amazing collaboration with Jason Bryan and myself, the Prince of Peace and the Soldier of Light. Killing it. We put out some awesome content on Tuesdays, and we may do additional shows when he gets off of his job on summer vacation. So we may do some additional show during the week or so, and we'll see how things work out to try to get more content to you guys, because we keep it straight. And I feel like that's what I've always been about. And I know that's what he's been about. So also check out my nephew's YouTube channels. I'm not a salesman, just saying I feel like if you like music, because music activates your entire brain and your entire system, and he's pure, just check him out. If you don't like him, cool, you know. But I just figure I always support my nephew. He's amazing. So, and then of course, like, share, and subscribe if you can. Try to keep this channel as high, because this is one of our backup channels for the Light Warrior Network as well. So stay in the light vibration, guys. Even when it's hard, we're going to come out on the other side of this. You're going to be rewarded for all these things that have been done and all these battle wounds that you have. Stay high, because on the other side of this battle, you're going to be repaid by God and the universe for doing your job and completing your duties. He's going to pay you very, very, very abundantly, more than you could ever dream of. And I know that. I've seen it. So, love you all. I'm sending you guys all light, love, and dragons. Hope you're having a great day today. Stay in the light. Love you. Soldier of Light, out.
I'll be your guide to the spirit inside.